No Shave November is over, so now I can shave this off and maybe make some red beans and rice. Enough already. I'll put the Christmas tree up. First, we're gonna wash them. And now we're gonna let them soak overnight. On to the cooking. As usual, we start with what's known as the Cajun Trinity. A lot of people believe that pepper is the main ingredient when cooking Cajun, but it's not. It's these three: onions, bell peppers, celery. The Cajun Trinity. Just like with the gumbo, I'm gonna use this excuse to be one of those times that I finally eat some vegetables. So that's why I have enough. However, I am gonna cut up one onion to use with other things like breakfast omelet or whatever else I might be cooking. So it's not going to be quite as much extra as one might think. And on my extra onion here, I'm going to cut it up a little extra fine because it is for the other purposes. It's going to be not quite as fine a chop when I get to the rest of it, because a lot of times during the cooking the vegetables seem to almost disappear. And yes, 10 years later I am still wearing this shirt. We're gonna do it again for 2019. Alrighty, so that's it. My one onion for other projects. And here we go with the coarser cut. There we go. Onions. That's right. This many vegetables. Gonna use them all. And for the entire operation, I'm going to try to use just the one pot. This time, we're going to use Cajun sausage. Savoise. Savoise hot sausage. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The package came with 3 sausages. So this time I'm going to deviate from my normal way of doing things to find out if I'm going to like it the way normal people do it. I usually quarter these and then chop them up. But most people just slice them. So I'm going to slice one sausage and I'm going to quarter up and chop up like I normally do with the other 2. And we'll find out if I like it better that way or not. Here's what the sausage looks like on the inside. Alrighty. Just dropped a little bit of butter in there. Now a little bit of oil. It was actually a little too hot for the butter, so the butter kind of browned a little bit. And I probably have too much oil now, but we'll see. Try to get them all coated with oil before it all cooks down. Oh, but you can smell it. You can hear it. Well, I guess you can't smell it, but I. Ha ha! Sorry about all that sliding step that you're hearing in the background, but it's really cold today. It didn't even get up to 65 degrees. So I got my fuzzy slippers on. And since I haven't acknowledged it in a while, if you notice the music that's playing during my videos, that's all original. I contacted my boy Rick Recco at Crooked R Studio, and I said, hey Rick, make me some music. I don't want to be like everybody else on YouTube. And he said, okay. And he put some stuff together. And then one day the power went out and I was outside and my neighbor was outside. So we started chatting. And after 10 years, I found out how little I know of him. Turns out he's a guitar virtuoso. So he added on to the wonderful music that Rick had made for me. And now they're working on this 3rd song for me, and it's going to be wonderful. But anyway, my neighbor's guitar playing, you can hear it sometimes. Like, I have the original song that Rick sent me, and you can hear it. It's usually just background, like when I go to downtown Lafayette, that's the original track. But in the previous 2 videos before that, when I crashed, and let's see, that was the one that was, I think I named it About Ziggy, so that you can know all about me. And when you get to the part where there's like a musical interlude, that's my neighbor on the guitar. And he's already sent me a little teaser of what he's going to be doing for this next track that they have coming out. But I'm glad to see that my boy Rick and my neighbor are collaborating, and oh, they're collaborating so well. Woo! It appears that I should probably just get out another pot. It looks like it'll make things work better. So in my second pot over here, this is where I got it heating right now. I'm gonna do the sausage. I'm gonna sear the sausage real quick. And this is what the vegetables look like on this camera. The vegetables are cooking down very nicely, but it takes a lot longer than you might think it does from looking at videos. Now that I have the sausage cooking, the sausage smells incredibly good. I had to go and upload what I had recorded onto the computer because I couldn't find another, disc that would work with this camera. So I waited until that finished uploading and I took it out of the computer, put it back in the camera, and we're rolling again. Here's where we are. We have the sausage and the vegetables in this pot. I turned off the burner, but it's still warm underneath it, so I'll still have to stir it a couple more times. And now, per the Ninja's instructions, we're getting this up to a rolling boil and letting it do that for 10 minutes. Alright, that looks like a rolling boil to me, so 10 minutes of this. That's 10 minutes of rolling boil. So now I'm going to deviate from the Cajun Ninja style just a little bit. He poured the beans into the sausage, and I'm going to do the opposite because, as you can see, that pot is much smaller and it will be insufficient. So now that I have it simmering, I remembered that I needed to tell you, I don't have any parsley. I just never buy any. And that's why I didn't put that in. And I forgot to put any reshards in. I still have that cheap reshards. And I figured since I actually liked it, I'm going to put a little bit in here. It's been simmering for about an hour and a half. And the house smells fantastic right now. I'm going to get a little head start on the mashing process. Oh, smells good. And what I mean by the mashing process is that sometimes it's the broth inside with the beans just isn't quite good enough. So I'm going to take about that many beans and mash them up real good and then put them back in. All right, here we go. Mashed up beans. Put them right back in. Give it Give it a good stir. And that should thicken it up nicely. All right. Now we'll let the simmer complete for the next half hour. Time to make some rice. Well, dang it, now I'm mad. You see, the 2 hours of simmering is up. The beans are ready. But my rice is not. Oh no! 12 minutes, then I can eat. Oh yeah, boy, this looks good. All right, time to dig in. Try to get a spoonful with a little bit of everything in it. Yeah, I see some bell pepper, I see some sausage, and some beans, of course. Oh, man. Yes, don't worry, it's over the bowl, so nothing got anywhere. Oh, that's really good. And you know, the hardest part again was chopping up the vegetables. I really encourage you to do this. I used these beans that I picked up while I was at H-E-B, my favorite store in Texas, $1 a bag. Spent $3 or $4 on sausage, a couple of dollars on onions, a couple of dollars on bell peppers, a couple of dollars on celery, and a couple of hours later, I'm looking over at the pot right now. There's probably at least a dozen meals in that pot for under 15 bucks. Do it. You will not be disappointed. And that brings us to the end of another video. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you.